Welcome to the show! I am your host, Andrew Illy, and this is the Ball of Truth, episode number 17. Thank you very much for joining me, guys, wherever you are. I said, wherever you are around the world, wherever you are, you silly motherfucker. Thank you again, guys, for joining me. What a wonderful night this is. Blue Baggers got the job done. Final score at the MCG tonight. 10-10-70 Richmond to Carlton 20-11 131. Blue Baggers, the Blues, by 61 points over the Tigers. This was probably the most predictable game of the year. Now, I don't mean that in a negative way at all. No way. It was awesome. But it was just this new Carlton that we have grown to love being the new Carlton that we love. And you almost expect it now, right? That every game this year, we're going to have this 10 to 15 minute frenzy of wonderful, exhilarating, fast-paced, electric period of footy, and the game's pretty much decided in that 10-15 minutes. And it happened again tonight, man. In the third quarter, 7 goals unanswered, bang, 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 game's done. And it is a thing of beauty. We love it. Like I said, we almost expect it every week. It's pretty much happened every single game this year, except for minus maybe 1 or 2. But man, this is some exciting stuff by the Blues. And everyone in the chat, William Wells, come on you Blue Baggers, thank you very much. Hondemic's in there with the 10-17. John Murphy is in there. Evening, Andrew, what a win. Yes, absolutely. And Bev Tone's in the chat. Welcome back, Bev Tone. Our fourth quarters, we just dine. Oh, man. I mentioned on the last episode that I did about our fourth quarters this year. And we had scored 27 in the final quarter of the last 4 games. Now, tonight, in our fourth quarter, we added to that 6 goals in the last quarter. So that is 33 goals in the final quarter in the last 5 games in a row since we lost to Sydney. We finished strong. We look amazing. Now, the only downfall about this one is right at the end, Matty Kennedy. I don't know what happened, and guys in the chat, if you know anything, please let me know. He's hurt his knee. It looked so awkward, and it was weird because it wasn't even during a play. I think it was a throw-in. I can't even remember now. But he got a bit of contact and just landed really, really awkwardly, and he's twisted his knee. I don't know what happened. He went straight down to the rooms here, and very, very concerning stuff. I really hope he's all right, because Kennedy is a crucial part of this team. He does everything we ask of him, and he's everywhere, man. And that will be a massive loss. I hope he's all right. Hopefully it's nothing serious, and prayers up for Kennedy. But man, back to this 10-15 minute frenzy that we do every week, where we just pile on pressure and goals, and it's one after another, and the momentum and our crowd get into it. It's tremendous. It's tremendous to watch. Even as a neutral, I'm sure other team opposition fans are looking at this and being like, my God, I hope they don't do that to us. Kennedy seemed okay. Okay, that's very promising. Fingers crossed. Thanks, John, for that. I really hope so, man. But, yeah, man. It was the most Carlton performance tonight. And this was probably the most calm I've been during a game ever. And, this season, sorry. But yeah, I just expected this to happen. I wasn't worried even when Richmond were coming back in the second, third quarter. I expected that. Richmond are a quality side, regardless of where they are in the ladder. 17th, they could be 10th, 1st, who knows. They're always going to put up a good fight. And they're always going to be patches of great footy by them. And they're fast, they're strong, they've got big bodies, and that's what happens, man. The league is so balanced right now. I mean, anyone could beat anyone on their given day, honestly. Swiss Cheese in the chat. Thank God Chera is back in with Chirin Cotter and Chera up there. We just need some chorizo to stack the deck. Oh boy, those flaggers. Thank you, Swiss Cheese. It is amazing. I'm so glad Chera got through this, and I was praying that he would be the one to come off for George Hewitt, and thank God that happened, because you just never know, man. First game back in a while, he's had hamstring issues galore. The game was done, and that was the most pleasing thing. Then we can start making these changes. So I'm glad that Voss took him off and George Hewitt on. Very good stuff. Bev, if our supporters don't get behind Fantasia after that effort, I'll be disappointed. 100%. He was fucking awesome tonight. Shane Matthews in the chat. How do we fit Motlop, Martin and Cottrell back in? Personally, I can't see them getting into our 23. It is a fantastic question, Shane. Honestly, I don't know either. I don't know. It's going to be very tough. And that's the best thing about this is people are fighting for their spot and fighting to get into this side. It's a great problem to have. I mean, it's scary for these quality players who can't get in. But man, if the team's playing well and the team's performing and no one's really out of place, I'm all for keeping the same team. Out of the players, Motlop, Martin, Cottrell, I think Cottrell I would definitely put in. Motlop, depends how Fantasia's doing. I mean, you can't drop Fantasia after tonight. 4 goals. That was the best game Orazio Fantasia has played for the Blues. Easily, hands down. Not just the goals. He was doing a little 1%ers all around the field tonight, getting assists and some nice passing. He was very, very involved and he looked confident. He's starting to get his confidence back. So, yeah, I don't want to hear anyone fucking rip into Orazio, man. He's been good, actually, the last few games. And tonight, that was his best. And, yeah, man, it is what it is. But we'll see. Look, there's 7 games to go? It's about 7 games to go. There will be a moment or maybe 1 or 2 games where we might not win. We've got to expect a loss here and there. We've won 5 in a row. Could we win every single game? Absolutely. But changes will be made along the way depending on how we perform. And especially if we lose, Voss will swing the axe because that will get some of the guys in. But man, for now, I don't know. It's freaking crazy. It is crazy. Can you give me your 2 cents on the state of the umpiring? They're holding the ball about as consistent as your facial. I did shave. I'm looking clean. But yes, the umpiring is all over the fucking shop. Honestly, since they brought this bullshit rule in, they're still not getting it right. Look, there was a few umpiring decisions tonight which I thought were absolute just wacky. But I'm just expecting it every week now. I didn't even care tonight. As long as we got the 4 points, that was the main thing. I'll care more about the umpiring when it actually impacts the game. Tonight, I don't think it actually did. For either side, it didn't really impact much at all. Except maybe Richmond fans will start saying about the touched ball from Newman's pass that found Harry Mackay, which kind of ignited that massive run that we went on. So, look, they might have a cry about it. Who knows? To them, I say, shut up, because we're always going to pound them. And, look, let's leave the umpires for now. When they really, really fuck up, the truth will be back on the show, and he will let you know all about it. Guys, I know I do this every week, but I'm going to plug the social medias. Follow me on all social medias. X, I wasn't on X tonight, actually, but I usually am. balloftruth_pod on X. Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. balloftruth.pod for Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Our home is YouTube. Guys, hit that like button. Smack it. Helps out the channel, helps out the algorithms, sends this video to other people, recommends it for them. Subscribe to the channel. We've hit the 200, so we will be giving something away. Me and my good friend Dan on the show, he's got some merchandise that we'll be giving away. More details to come. We'll finally hit that 200 mark, so that's awesome. Turn the bell on for all notifications, especially when I go live. And all the links are in the description, guys. Leave a comment, go nuts in there. And thank you to everyone in the chat tonight as well. But man, Patrick Cripps. Oh my God. Is there... I mean, people might say Heaney, but is there a better player right now than Patrick Cripps? This guy is doing everything. And he doesn't give one fuck who's on him or who's in his way. He will find a way to out-muscle you. Don't argue. Get the fuck out of my way. I'm Paddy Cripps, and I'm charging right through like a steam train. He is amazing. His first quarter tonight was just ridiculous. And his third. He only had 2 touches in the second quarter and still managed 40 possessions this game because he had 16 in the third. That is remarkable, man. It is freaking crazy. Oh my God. He's playing some of the best footy. Brownlow form for Paddy Cripps. And yes, Steve, shut up, Richmond. It's the first time we've beat Richmond twice in one season since 2013. So that's awesome. We have the last time we beat them in finals was 2013. Maybe that was the second game they're referring to. There you go. That was an awesome one. But Cripps, Bevtone says, Cripps' ability to lift the team is beyond what other captains do. Oh my God, he's inspirational. Seriously. And when your leader and your captain is doing stuff like that, automatically, if I'm a player, I'm like, motherfucker, get me in there. I'll do anything. And that's the way we're playing, man. We are playing the most unselfish football right now, and that is completely telling on the scoreboard. We're scoring all these high scores, and everyone's getting involved, multiple goal scorers, and different goal scorers. We didn't rely on Charlie Curnow or Harry Mackay tonight, but I'll tell you something, guys. Although Charlie only had 7 touches and he scored 2 goals, I thought he was magnificent tonight. That was one of my favourite games I've seen Charlie Curnow play, and you're probably thinking, well, he didn't do too much, but he did. Every single marking contest that he was in, that he didn't mark the ball, he was strategically and tactically bringing it to ground for our small forwards and crummers and midfielders to get their hands on it. And he did not give up on anything tonight. He's definitely had more energy about him in the last few weeks because I was on him a little bit in the first half of the year for not chasing. And I get it, man. His knee's not 100%. It never will be again. So he doesn't want to push himself, and he's just smart running at the moment. He's doing what he needs to do. And tonight I thought he was honestly very, very good. Just doing what he needed to do. So well done to Charlie Curnow. I reckon we get into the review, guys. I have had an injured neck for the last 2 months, and it is just absolutely playing up. So I'm keen to get through this review tonight because I'm so uncomfortable and in pain right now. But let's get to the first quarter. I'll just go to my notes. And we'll get into the game and we'll get into the stats, and then I'll give you guys my votes as well. So, first quarter. Before we begin, Chera was in and Pitternet was in for the late out from Tom de Koning, and Durden was the other one who missed out. And I heard some tragic news on Durden. He hurt his shoulder again in the VFL. I hope he's all right. That absolutely sucks for him, man. So prayers up for Corey Durden. First goal of this game came from a shocking turnover by McIntosh in the back pocket. I don't know what this was, man. It was a grubber along the ground, and it went to the worst player possible for the Tigers. Patrick Cripps picks it up, loose ball, gathered it, handball inside to Sam Walsh, who's been ridiculous since his return. Bang! Goal 6-0. Walsh and Fantasia moments later got caught in a mix-up of who wanted the ball. Just a little bit of a lack of communication here. Rioli stole it literally as those two players were getting confused, and he speared one to Bolter, and Bolter scored the goal, which tied things. Now, our quick thinking and decision-making, which I've spoken about, was on full display here for what should have been a Zach Williams goal. The new and improved chain of handballs, man. When we start running through the middle and handballing and sucking that player in, we look amazing. Honestly, tremendous work here. This chain of handballs led to a Zach Williams goal on his 150th game, but it didn't count. Apparently, it hit the post. I didn't see it. The Snicko had like this little raised graph thingy. I don't know, man. It didn't look like it hit the post to me. It may have. I don't know. But I was like, what the fuck? That one fried me because I thought Zach got a goal on his 150th. Cripps was just on fire early here, man. He was just everywhere, steaming through the middle. But our entries were letting us down here a little bit. A few turnovers here and there. Pito gave away a free kick. It was just very cagey and bodies were flying everywhere. And he expected in the wet and the cold. And good tackling pressure by both teams here. But Pito gave away the free kick. Nankervis scored the goal. That put the Tigers up by 5, 13-8. And Tigers were doing well to lock us in, man. In that first quarter, honestly, they tactically had it right until we figured it out later in the game. But they held us in. We were struggling to get out at times, and we were making unnecessary long kicks, which we don't like. And we just kept turning the ball over, man. So Tigers were up by 5. I just felt like we weren't winning many centre clearances at this stage, but that was going to change. Just a bit unorganised and sloppy around stoppages. Nothing too concerning, but Elijah Hollins, who I love, and Blake Acres refused to have a shot, and they ended up passing to McGovern, who was lurking around the back here, and he missed one. But I'm just like, Elijah Hollins is marked at about 45 out. You know you've got the distance in you. You've kicked it multiple weeks in a row from that spot. Have a shot, dude. Don't worry about passing it. This is that unselfish footy that I'm talking about. He passed to Blake Acres, and Acres was in an even better spot than Elijah Hollins, and still gave it up to McGovern. Someone just need to take the initiative here and just go back with confidence and go bang. Kick the goal. They're all capable of it, so I don't know what we'll do on there. And McGovern ended up missing anyway. Harry missed one moments later that he should have scored. But Charlie Curnow with a huge kick from 55 metres out. Goal. This one started with Wiedering with the intercept, defensive mark, and assist to Charlie Curnow, who's marked it on the 50, and he's had a quick look around. You just knew he was going to play on around the body and kick it. Now, earlier in the year, we hated what Charlie was doing with his quick play on around the body kicks because he was only doing it off one step. He's finally learnt his lesson to take a few more steps and then kick it. And ever since he's made that small change, man, just that extra step, he's nailing these goals. And he's kicked it about 60 metres, and it's just swung right back through the middle. Amazing goal by Charlie Curnow, who was awesome tonight. And that was pretty much it for the first quarter, man. Very cagey, low scoring. We're up by 3 points, 2-4-16 to 2-1-13. Cripps had 14 touches in the first quarter, 3 tackles, the most at that point in the game by anyone. Amazing stuff. He was literally carrying us on his shoulders. So that was good. I thought Akers was awesome. Newman was fantastic. And Kennedy was in there, had a nice first quarter as well. And let's go to the second quarter. Blues up by 3. Sloppy play. Turnovers galore led to Richmond's first goal. Bolter. I'm reading the third quarter. I'm so sorry, guys. Second quarter. Shut up. Oh, my God. Second quarter. Hollins with a beautiful kick. This is Elijah Hollins with a beautiful kick off a Charlie Curnow marking contest, which I mentioned. He went to ground. Fogarty ended up scoring the goal with a quick snap. But great thinking by Hollins here, who was awesome. Quick hands. You should have seen how quick this handball was to Fogarty. And Fogarty scored 3 goals tonight. Fantastic. That was his first. Pitternet had a very good quarter in the second quarter. Pitternet, great work here. Spoilt Nankervis's mark. Then gathered himself. Grabbed the ball with a nice chip kick inside 50. Found Always on the lead, all by himself in the pocket. Excuse me. And Matty Always went back and snapped this one perfectly through the middle. Quick, good start by the Blues. 2 goals in a row. And Always was rewarded for his hard work and in the play before that for Fogarty's goal, because he was involved in that one too. So I love seeing Always score a goal, and he's in great form too. Very good by Matty Always. Yes, Fog with 3. Unreal. I'm loving Fogarty, and he's got that bit of X factor about him. I love Fogarty. Sard with a nasty looking ankle injury, but he ended up being okay. But man, his ankle rolled underneath him and his own body weight twisted his ankle. Looked fucking awful. But thank God he was all right. Wiedering as well moments later did something to his knee where he's kind of hyperextended it. I'm just thinking, man, please, Lord, no injuries today. Anyway, moments later, Nick Newman, who was awesome tonight, with a laser beam pass to Elijah Hollins, who scored the goal, made that 35-13. Wiedering recovered well, like we said. Spearing pass to Matty Always, and who unselfishly passed to Fantasia for his goal, 42-13. And we're up here by 29 points. Pitnet was having a very good quarter, like we said. Now, if anyone watched my episode midweek, Are the Blues the Real Deal? I mentioned on the show, when the Blue Baggers get up by 5 goals, and it's always around that 5-goal mark, something happens where we just completely fall asleep or switch off, and it allows the other team to go bang, bang, bang. And that's exactly what happened here, man. It's always a 5-goal lead where we get too complacent and comfortable. We really need to get rid of this habit, because it's happening a lot all year. Go back and watch that episode midweek, and I spoke about it there. But a mistake by Wiedering here gave Richmond a goal, and I think it was Baker who punished us. Ball spilt out the back here, and Wiedering has gone to handball it to a running, I don't know if it was Boyd, I can't remember now, but he's ran right past him, and Wiedering's basically handballed to no one, and Baker ran on and kicked an easy goal there, made it 19-42. Then a silly free kick in the middle of the pitch by Kennedy, just unnecessary here, holding and high. Shai Bolton banged it inside 50. It was initially smothered, but Taranto pounced on this one and finished with a nice goal. That made it 25-42. Back-to-back goals for Richmond. And then Kaczynski, with their third in a row, he scored a goal. Rioli with the assist there. Back to an 11-point game, just like that, man. This happened in like 2 minutes. So, again, when we get out to this comfy lead, we just got to keep going. It was early days, I know, but still, I'm like, Zach Williams scored his first goal of the game on his 150th game. Charlie Curnow with a gorgeous assist, a 50-meter drive right across the 50 line, and found Zach all by himself there. Important one to stop the Tigers' momentum. So that was a big goal in terms of how the game was going at that stage. Killed a bit of their momentum. out to a 17-point lead, 31-48. But Sonsi with a reply with a huge kick. This was a great goal. Set shot, but from 50, it didn't look like he put too much into this. And it was an absolute bullet that went through. And that cut the lead to 2 goals. Final score at halftime was 6-2-38 to 7-8-50, up by 12. And look, the positive out of the quarter was that we still won the quarter. But we're giving away silly free kicks. We're falling to ground too easily. And it's a bit of a pet hate of mine. When we were really bad in the maybe 2015 to 2020 mark, that 5-year period, one of my pet hates, man, was players going to ground too easily. I don't know what it is. It's a lazy thing. And it's as long as you can stay on your feet, man, you're always in that contest. But as soon as you go to ground, it's done. They'll run away with it and clear the ball. And I thought we were doing too much of that in the second quarter. We looked a little bit slower. Richmond were fit and buzzing in the first half. But yeah, well, the bad thing was that we're 5 goals up and that bad habit kicked in where we switched off and allowed them back into the game. Guys, I'm going to have a drink. My mouth's drier than the Sahara Desert. My apologies. This is what happens when you eat kettle salt and vinegar chips at halftime, man. You get this. Thirsty motherfucker. Jesus Christ. And kettles are good, man. They're a good brand of chips. So, third quarter. Wasn't too worried, man. 2 goals up. I'm like, whatever. Let's see how we go. Sloppy play and turnovers led to the Richmond goal. Bolter scored it. 51-45. Cut the lead to 6. Richmond right back in it at this point, man. We were just second to every ball, kicking it to 2-on-1s. We're a bit rattled here. And Richmond were playing well. To their credit, they were seriously piling on the pressure. But Charlie Curnow competing hard. I mentioned this a couple of times already. Bringing the ball to ground. Chera, nice work prior to this. And Harry Mackay with a quick play on. Orazio off the ground here. Soccer goal. Euro 2024. Nice finish by Orazio for his second. And made it 2 goals. And then just wrong decisions were costing us going forward. Our entries were little bit average here. New sponsor, Kettles. Oh no, I should get him. Should get him to pay me. Look, the next one was the touched Newman kick from about 50 metres out, which Harry marked, the controversial one. Harry Mackay kicked the goal out of this. So basically what happened was Newman had the ball on the 50, has kicked it inside 50. Harry Mackay's taken the mark. Richmond players are going like this, saying it's touched. I didn't see it in real time, and it was very, very hard to see for an umpire or anyone that was there. Only the Richmond player who touched it basically knew that it was touched, and maybe Newman. But anyway, man, it happens. Goal. You can't... Richmond fans, I swear, if they blame that, they're going to get a backhander. So yes, that extended the lead to 17. Saad, instrumental here. He won massive balls, dashing through the middle. And again, he in the same play, when Richmond rebounded, he intercepted this ball with a mark, set up Fogarty for his goal, 69-46. That was Fogarty's second goal, up by 23. And at this stage, this is where it all begins, man. Possible medial strain for Kennedy. Ooh. Thank you, Mum. Mum's in the chat. Just saw her name. Well, that sucks. Medial strain for Kennedy. Hopefully that's only a couple weeks. But you know what? Let's rest him leading into finals. But thank you for that, Mum. What else have we got here? Yes. We sniffed momentum like white substance here. We literally got that sense of the game and we're like, all right, this is our moment. And this is where we just absolutely pounded the Tigers. Walsh with a goal out of the middle. Great work by Cripps here. And we just stormed out of the middle after this. Walsh kicked another goal within literally 10 seconds of Fogarty's goal. So that made it 29 points. Back to 29 points like early in the game. Fogarty raining goals at the G here. Moments later, throw in. Kennedy, great hard contested footy here. Won a nice ball. Handball to Elijah with a quick one more handball to Fogarty for the snap. Made it 43 points. And then again, Patrick Cripps, goal! Blues are on fire. Absolutely ridiculous all game, Patrick Cripps. Unbelievable stuff. And finally got his goal. Deserved it. 45 metres out. And Akers got the assist here. He passed it out to the wing. And he was on a tough angle, Cripps. Probably about 40 metres out on the right forward pocket. Did not look like missing as soon as it hit his boot. Brilliant stuff by Patrick Cripps. I'm just going to tell you guys now, he's definitely got my 3 votes for tonight. And that was Kennedy scored the next goal to make it 7 in a row. Counter footy. Richmond scored a behind on the other end, and we went coast to coast, man. Just pass after pass after pass. And then it ended up with Kennedy out the back, who scored an easy goal in the goal square, I'm pretty sure it was. Unselfish, electrifying footy here. 7 goals in a row. Amazing stuff. And that was pretty much game over, man. It was 93-48 at 3/4 time. Brilliant stuff. Blake Acres or Blake Hectares? Oh, Josh in the chat. You are sick, mate. You are sick. And that was pretty much it for the third quarter. Cripps had 16 touches in that quarter, man. Ridiculous. Oh, my God. Last quarter, Kaczynski scored the goal to open the fourth. Cripps, free kick in the middle. Long ball to Harry Mackay on the lead. He took a mark and went back and just drilled this thing. 55-100, we answered back. 45 points of difference. Bolter, been watching Germany in the Euros and channeled his inner Kai Havertz with a soccer goal. Brilliant goal there by Bolter. That made it back to 39 points. Then the Kennedy knee injury happened right then, so we hope he's all right. Orazio Fantasia scored his third goal. Best game we've seen him play in the Blues uniform. Made it 107-64. Sam Walsh with the assist. Charlie Curnow again brought the ball to ground, and then somehow Sard got this ball and just went woof right into the 50, and Orazio scored the goal. Chin Cotter added another moments later. Charlie did well to get a boot on this. He was just in everything, man. He had 7 touches, but it was the best 7 touches ever. He got the assist to Chin Cotter with a snap. Lovely to see Chin Cotter, Ricotta, Pan Cotter score. And that made it 49 points. Charlie Curnow, rewarded for all his effort, scored a goal. Made it 119-64. He deserved this one. Chin Cotter gave it back to him with the assist. Akers and Walsh did well on the boundary to keep this in on the wing. And we just kept moving that ball forward, man. Brilliant stuff here. And Mansell got a late goal. Made it 70-119. Chin Cotter scored his second goal of the quarter with a great finish. And then Orazio Fantasia scored his 4th goal with a banana, if you don't mind, from the pocket. Goal after goal. 6 goals in the last quarter. Just brilliant stuff all round, man. And the final score here was 10-10-70 to 20-11, 131. Blue Baggers by 61 points. I'm loving this, man. I'm loving it. We move to, we stay second on the ladder. 8 points behind Sydney. Man, there's been some weird ass results this year. This round, sorry. Freo beat Sydney at the SCG by 1 point, and Logan McDonald had the chance to either tie or win the game on the siren then, and has completely missed everything. Inexcusable, man. I would be so pissed off if I was a Sydney supporter. Gold Coast upset the Pies. The scumbags have lost by 11 points. And then Adelaide beat GWS. This is a crazy season. And Geelong beat Essendon. Oh, my Lord. Hawks are currently beating Eagles and they're flying, man. My God. And we verse them soon. But yeah, man, 8 points behind. Percentage booster today. We're gone to 118.5. We're 6 points clear of third, which is awesome. And Fremantle were third on the ladder. Crazy stuff. You never would have guessed that at this stage of the season, man. But, guys, let's get to the votes on this one. Patrick Cripps. Oh, my God. Let's read his stats. He's getting my 3. I haven't really checked his stats. I only know very, very basic stuff of what Cripper did tonight. So let's go in there and have a look. 40 touches, 16 kicks, 24 handballs, 80% efficiency, disposal efficiency there. So that's 32 effective disposals. That's just absolutely crazy, especially in the environment that he plays his footy in. Oh my God. 17 contested possessions, 23 uncontested. 1 goal, 3 assists, 8 score involvements, 5 marks, 4 tackles, 2 inside 50s, 14 clearances, Patrick Cripps. If he doesn't get 3 votes in this game, then I don't know, man. I don't know. Who knows what the umpires are watching? My 2 votes tonight might surprise everyone, or maybe not. I'm giving it to Blake Acres. And on mute. Am I? Hello? Steve's gone, I'm on mute. Can anyone hear me in the chat? Or have I absolutely lost the plot? I don't know what's going on. I hope, to me, I look like I'm on air and live. Okay. Don't know what's going on. If anyone can tell me, please. But, what do we got here? Patrick Cripps 3. Blake Acres 2. Thank you, Bevtone. I don't know what's going on, Steve. But, all right, good. Thank you, Bevtone, for that. Blake Acres with 2 votes. Sorry, I'm fucking all over the place. I thought Blake Acres was awesome tonight. Ran his ass off, man. He was great. He was everywhere. And I'm giving 1 to Sam Walsh. Scored 2 goals. It was probably like not as... more of a quietish, under-the-radar game for Sam Walsh, but he did everything right, man. Still had 26 touches and 2 goals. He did what he needed to do, and I thought you could have given the 1 vote to anyone, honestly. Newman was fantastic. Sard was awesome tonight. Chera, we're glad he got through that one. Good stuff there. Elijah Hollins was awesome again. Kennedy was great. Let's hope he's all right. Cowan, our defense is just holding up brilliantly with Wiedering down there. McGovern had a quietish game by his standards. Harry was awesome. Boyd was good in the second half. Fantasia, like we said, he scored 4 goals. And everyone played their part, man. There wasn't one bad player. Hewitt came on as a sub and did well. And thank you, Josh. Very, very happy with this, man. Expected the win. And 4 points, that's all we can ask for. And we move on next week to GWS. And that will be a tough one over there. The stats, we dominated really, guys. More possessions, 389 to 335. Free kicks, Richmond are in favour there, 22 to 17. Contested possessions and uncontested, both in Carlton's favour. Had more marks. More inside 50s, more marks inside 50s. Clearances were even. Clanger kicks even pretty much. Richmond 60 to 59 to us. Our tackles were awesome. 59 to 44 all game. And that's pretty much it, man. Overall, deserved the win. Great percentage booster. And we look forward to Giants. What are we going? We're going at about 40 minutes, guys. Of course, if you've enjoyed the show, hit that like button and subscribe. We will be giving something away. More information to come on that competition coming up. I'll organise it with Dan to give away some merch to our subscribers. Let's keep the channel rolling. Momentum is good, man. And I'm going to head out of here tonight. I'm in a lot of pain. My neck's killing me. But thank you so much to everyone who was in the live chat, who's tuned in and has watched the show. Cheers, Andrew, you silly mofo. Collingwood, Essendon, Richmond losing in the same weekend. That's perfection. Absolutely, Bevtone. We love that. Especially Essendon and Collingwood losing. Woo! Yes. Guys, thank you again. I'm out of here. Enjoy your Sunday night. It's Monday. We hate Mondays. But Blue Baggers got the win, so we'll get through it. That's all we'll think about tomorrow. Love you all. Enjoy. Have a good one. I'll pop an episode midweek again. And if you missed it, watch my Are the Blues the Real Deal episode number 69. Tonight is episode 70. Episode 71 midweek. Preview for the Giants game. Guys, enjoy. Thank you again. Love you all. Adios. Goodbye. And remember, subscribe, man.